Well, students, we're going to finish these caterpillars today. I would like you to carefully color everything, make sure that it is your best. If for some reason you still need to outline with marker, most of us are done with that, but if you do need to do any outlining, we'll just finish tracing everything in. Once all your details are done, don't forget to add some zigzag lines for grass, or adding a little bit of wind up here could be good. And then if you do have any pencil that you can still see, you can just erase that. Most of us are working on adding color. And so when you're coloring it, I do want you to use a variety of color so that's not all the same thing. So I talked last time about making sure that I didn't have a green leaf, green grapes, green caterpillar, green grass, then it would all be the same. That's why I chose to do purple. And I am gonna do some mixing on these. So I'm gonna use two different purples. I'm gonna use this purple, and then I'm gonna mix it with this lighter purple. I will also give you a white if you don't have one. The white can really help make things look a little bit more shiny and can make them look a little bit more realistic too. So here, this is gonna be a white color stick. It's not a crayon. And it works really, really, really well. Kind of brightens things up. So you can see that that's gonna kind of make those. So if you have a white crayon, you can use it, but this white color stick will work a little bit better. You can see here I tried to add some white to this leaf, but it didn't work as well as this white color stick will. So now, once I have my favorite foods done, those are really some of the most important details. I'm going to start working on the background stuff. You can also see that I'm being careful not to cover up my marker lines. I was tracing around them when I was coloring it. So I'm gonna take a look at the background and I'm gonna say, okay, well, I've got this tree that's gonna need to be done, and then the leaves in this tree. Sometimes people like to make a fall tree or something and make it with red or orange leaves. That could be fun too, and then give it a different color. I am going to do a little bit of mixing here. And then I'm going to take a look and see, oh, looks like I forgot to color the bottom of the leaf here. And the stem of that, the leaf there, a few spots are left. Looks like I've got this little pond and this lake down here. And while I have this blue out, I'm realizing, hey, I could add some details to the eyes here. Or I could maybe add a little bit of pink or something to the inside of the mouth. So you can give some detail to the face as well. These zigzag lines that are down here at the bottom, I would give those a little color just by tracing them. You don't have to color all of this part because that's already green. However, the part that's blue, that's grass, I would color it. So here, we said this is the horizon line. This is the line that separates the sky from the land. It's kind of like a hill. It goes all the way over here too. So everything that's below that line is gonna end up being green because it's my grass. I wanna be careful not to color on my caterpillar. So I'm gonna go around this, get this all carefully colored. Gonna go around his face. And students sometimes forget this part here in between the grass and the caterpillar, kind of down by its feet or its legs. So these are the spaces I'm talking about down here. Please don't forget to get those colored too, because right now those are blue, but they're gonna be my grass color. I chose a darker green because my caterpillar is a light green and my leaf is a light green, so I wouldn't use the same green that I had used before. Otherwise it would all kind of blend together. So go in between here and here and all the way up around my caterpillar. Then I have to find the horizon line on the other side too. So here, my caterpillar, horizon line is up here on this side as well. So now that this is all done, you can tell I haven't mixed it yet, but I'm gonna kind of get the sky part done, and then I might come back and mix that. So up in the sky, I don't have to color the sky blue because the paper's already blue, but I would work on the details like the clouds here or the wind or the sun. So these parts will get color. You can decide whatever color you want the wind to be. I might do some black for my wind. If you chose to do pink paper, please don't color the sky blue. You chose for it to be pink, so then it could be like a sunset or a sunrise. I'm gonna do this bird kind of a brown color. So any of these lines too, and while I have that in my hand, I might as well do this grapevine, give that a little bit of color. And then when I do the sun here, I'm gonna fill that in. I'm gonna see later maybe if I can add a little bit of white to it to brighten up that yellow, because yellow and blue mixed together make green, so that yellow isn't that bright because it's on blue paper. But maybe if I mix a little bit of white in there, it might brighten up that yellow a little bit. We'll see. And then maybe put a little bit more yellow on top. Last part that I have here to do would be my house. So I'm gonna get the sidewalk done, and then I can pick a color for the house. And I probably will make the windows a different color than I would make for the rest of the house. I wouldn't just scribble all over all my details because I want to make sure that those kind of stand out. If you want the lights to look like they're on, maybe you're gonna color them white or yellow, or maybe if the lights are off, you could color them black or something. So here, I'm gonna do a brown roof, brown up here on the chimney, and then maybe a little bit of white detail on it, maybe a white front door. And then I'm gonna make these look like the lights are on, but then I might make this one look like the lights are off by taking this one and filling in that one, okay? So if you have time, I would go and do some more mixing. If you don't have a darker green, you can always put a little bit of blue into it. If you put blue into green, it will make it a darker green. So since I don't have a green that's darker than that, that's why I'm choosing to do blue in it. Now, if you want to make a green lighter, you can put yellow into it, or you can put white on it, okay? So if you get it all done, then I would just come back and do a little bit of mixing here too, okay? Let's just pretend that all of it's finished and it looks like my best. I still have a little bit more that I could color. Then I will give you a writing paper. Just like Eric Carle is famous for being an author, he is also an author and an illustrator. We're gonna have our picture kind of like an illustration, and then we can write a story about it. Now, you could tell me what your caterpillar's name is, you could tell me how old it is, what it likes to do for fun, obviously what its favorite foods are. So please make sure to get your name up at the top, and also get, instead of the date, you can write spring, because we're just about into springtime. Don't worry about a picture right here. I'd like you to write your story first. So here, I might just look at my caterpillar, I might introduce him with a name, so I might say, my caterpillars, and I'm just gonna sound spell stuff, even if I'm not sure how to spell it, just do your best. Name is, he looks fast, Speedy. What else can I say about Speedy? Let's say how old he is. Speedy is 6 days, instead of years, days old. Let's talk about his favorite food too. He loves to eat green leaves. I want to describe them. And purple grapes. I want you to write at least 3 things. So I think I've got, my caterpillar's name is Speedy, that's 1. Speedy is 6 days old, that's 2. He loves to eat green leaves and purple grapes, that's 3. But I could keep writing more ideas down here. Maybe I'm gonna say, after school, Speedy loves to play soccer with his friends. When Speedy grows up, he's gonna become a beautiful butterfly. And I could fill up the rest. I could even write things on the back. If you get that all done, then you could draw a picture of what your caterpillar looks like. Maybe I'm gonna do the grass, and I'm gonna do my caterpillar's face. Make him a happy caterpillar. Do his antennas and stuff. So you can sketch out everything with your pencil. This one is one that's done, and you can see that I did write the rest of my story. I drew it out with my pencil. Kind of looks a little bit like my drawing, and then I used my crayons to color it in. That would be extra. You do not have to make a picture in this box. That would be if you have extra time. The main thing is to get your story written with at least 3 ideas, and think about how you might have a beginning and a middle and an end, and any details that could support your story. So let's have fun finishing our caterpillars.